Hi, it's Anna and welcome to another Saturday video. Today I wanted to talk to you about my very first au pair experience. I've been giving this a lot of thought and I do want to make a video about this, maybe to help people who might be in a similar situation get out and feel like it's not you. You are not imagining everything. Yeah, if this helps anyone, good. If not, I told my story. When I decided to become an au pair, I knew it wasn't like a normal job or whatever. Like, you live with a family, you take care of the kids, you help around the house, blah blah. So like, I knew what I got myself into. I started looking for a family before I graduated, so maybe like a year ago, and I actually only got a family in September. I had a lot of interviews over Skype. I talked to a lot of families, read a lot of families' profiles, and there were some families that I really liked, but they didn't like me, or I was second choice, and there were a lot of families that I did not like and that I did not think would suit me. But finally I found a family. Let's call them the Smith. So I found the Smith family, and it was the mother with her 2 kids. So I Skyped with the mother and she seemed lovely and we seemed to hit it off straight away, and she seemed really cool and nice, and one of the kids was there. And so yeah, we decided like, okay, on the 11th I'll be flying from Spain to England and I'll be starting off. So that's what I did. The 11th of September 2014 I had packed my things and I was on a plane moving to England. Got to Gatwick, got in my taxi, and I went to the house. I was getting there quite late, so I was getting there at night when the kids already were in bed. So I remember she was standing at the door and like she helped me in, and her boyfriend was there as well. And yeah, we sat down in the kitchen. She'd cooked for the kids before, so she had saved some for me as well, and like everything seemed really nice and they seemed really lovely. And yeah, we just sat and talked for a bit before I got to like settle in my room. And yeah, I just got into the daily routine. At the beginning the kids were a pain in my butt. Like, those kids had no manners, they were super rude, they could not say please or thank you or ask like for things nicely, or like even call me by my name. It would be, hey, you, get me some juice, or I want some juice. It wouldn't be like, hey Anna, please may I have some juice, or can I have some juice? No, it was like, I want juice now. I remember I had to go get the little one at school, and the older one got dropped at home because they went to different schools at the time. And when I picked up the little kid, like the first 3 weeks, the kid would scream at the top of his lungs at the school, I don't want you, I want mommy, I don't like you, why you're picking me up, like screaming and crying. And it was awful. People were staring, people were like pointing, kids were like asking like, Mom, what's wrong with a kid? Like, I swear people must have thought I was kidnapping him. I ended up picking the kid up, taking him outside of the school grounds and telling him like, that's enough. You cannot do this to me every day. Like, I am here today, I'm going to be here for a year, and you just need to like accept that I'm the one picking you up when your mommy is working. That's the way it is. And he ended up accepting it, and like, we ended up getting along really well, and he is so cute and adorable now. Like, that kid has my heart. I had to have a lot of patience with the kids. I remember like, if I told them off because of something, fighting, hitting each other, throwing toys at each other, throwing toys at me, I remember like telling them off like, you don't do that, like trying to explain to them like why you don't throw a hard plastic Buzz Lightyear at someone's head. But because I told them off, they would scream, and I remember the little one would scream at me like, I hate you, go die, I want you to die, I want you to leave here, you're not welcome in my house, go away, and things like that. And like, I understand like he was 4 at that point, and I understand him not knowing what everything he's saying means. Like, you can't tell someone that you wish they'd die, but he's 4, so I understand that he didn't understand. So I tried explaining to him like, you can't say those types of things to me because they hurt. Like, I tried explaining it to him, and in the end he did understand, and like the little one, I have to say, got a lot better. A lot better. The older one, he started getting into real trouble at school, and I do not think I have ever seen him come home from school without a warning, a orange card, or a red card. And I was there for about 5 months, and that kid, like, he was 6. So he was old enough to understand that there were problems in the house. So I think that affected him a lot. That affected him at school, but he just got cockier and cockier, and he was getting into that age as well. So, and screaming and shouting, and whenever he got told off, he screamed and shouted, and whenever someone would give him consequences for whatever he was doing, because that's something that I had to start up as well in that house. And like, he would scream and shout at mommy, mommy, I want to, I promise I'll never do it again, and 5 minutes later he was doing it again. So that did not go as well as it could have. But something else that like you don't think about when becoming an au pair is that you're not only going to be working for this family, you're going to become a part of the family. And becoming a part of the family also includes the grown-ups in the house. In this case, we had mommy, we had mommy's boyfriend, and we had daddy. I don't want to give it like too personal details. I had a few showdowns with the mother's boyfriend. I am a person that does not keep quiet about what she thinks and feels, and this has gotten me into trouble before. But with this man, I rage inside just thinking about him. Like, this this child, because he was no man, he was a little boy. No. He should not even be allowed to be close to those kids. This is a person that thinks he's always right, and thinks that he knows best, and thinks that whatever he does is the best thing ever. Like, not to ring my own bell, I'm more mature than all of the grown-ups in that house. Then we go to the mother. The mother basically thinks that her shit is made of gold. She thinks she is perfect, and her life is shit. That's just the fact. Her life is shit, and she blames it on everyone else, when she does nothing but sit on her fat ass and complain. And then the father is just like, he should get an award for the world's worst father. Anyway, let's just say that I did not agree with the mother, the boyfriend, or the father, and that it did not end on good terms. Basically, I went to Spain over Christmas, and when I was in Spain, I saw a picture of the boys, and I got this feeling inside me that I just did not want to go back. But I thought, okay, let's just go back, let's just give it one more shot, give it my everything, and this will be great. This will work out. I can push through this. So I went back, gave 110%, but I just couldn't take it. I remember I went into London on a Monday, and I ended up, me, the least religious person you would find, I ended up in the Swedish church just crying my eyes out. Because I could not take it anymore. I was not happy. I didn't want to get up in the mornings. I just was completely exhausted and unhappy. And basically, when I sat on the train on my way back, I texted her like, when I get home we need to talk. And so when I got home, I went to the kitchen where she was, and she asked me like how my day had been. And then she told me like, you're quitting, right? And I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like this is a fit for us. I don't feel like me being here is right for the kids or for me. Like, making it my thing. Like, not trying to bring all this shit on her. Like, not trying to say that I'm moving out because you are crazy, your boyfriend's a psychopath, and your kids are fucking monsters. But I love those kids to bits, don't get me wrong. They have a very dear place in my heart, but they are monsters. Like, I was trying to make it about myself. And this woman goes crazy ballistic at me. Like, yeah, because you're so unhelpful, because you don't do anything, because you're in bed until late every day, because you come home late, because you scream at the kids, because you don't care about the kids, because the only thing you do is you listen to music in your room with your door closed, or you watch TV shows with your door closed, and you don't care, and you're not meant to be an au pair, and there's people that are meant to take care of kids, but you're just not one of them, and you shouldn't have kids, and you should get like a different line of job, blah 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 blah. Like, this woman goes crazy at me, and I literally just sat there and like, okay, yep, I didn't have the energy to argue with her and just let her know that her life's shit and it's her own fault. Because she could have gotten out of it. She could do something to fix her life, but she is the one choosing not to do anything. So I just sat there and just took whatever shit she had to tell me, and I told her, fine, I'll be out in 2 weeks. And I did tell her at that point that I had been talking to other families, and she told me that she had been talking to other au pairs. And so, like, that was done. I felt this weight lifted off my shoulders, and I was so happy. I'm like, okay, I have 2 weeks to find a new family and like to move out. 2 weeks, because that's the warning time you have to give a family. Well, the joke was on me, now wasn't it? So this was on a Monday. So Tuesday, I'm just sitting downstairs like having my dinner, and she comes down, looks me straight in the eye and says, I have another girl coming in a week, and you need to be out by then. What happened to 2 weeks warning? And she goes, nope, the agency said that if I get you a ticket to Spain, that's it. I don't have to care anymore. I was terrified. I was honestly terrified. I don't think I've ever been that scared of something in my life. Because all of a sudden, I didn't have 2 weeks. I had 1 week. So I had 1 week to pack my things up, find a place to live, find a place to have all my things, find a way to move everything. And she wanted to send me back to Spain. So I told her, no, don't send me back to Spain. Do not waste your money and my money. Just give me the money and I will book myself a hotel for that time I need until I find another family. The reason for this was that I had been untruthful and talked to other families on the time that she was paying me. Excuse me? What I do on my time off, I had right 2 days off every week, and what I do in that time is none of your business. I can do whatever I want on my time off. It is in the contract. Read it through. Anyway, that is why she kicked me out. She actually put me up in a hotel, hostel, a room above a pub that was freezing cold. She put me up there for a week. I think I talked to her twice after that. I do not ever want to step into the house again, and I do not ever want to be contacted by that family ever again. And that is the end of this story. That's a weight lifted. So yeah, I really hope that that helped anyone out there, if there's anyone that actually needs help with this and that has had the misfortune of getting into a horrible family. If you do, remember that you can talk to your agency if you did come with an agency. And after, like, I wrote a letter to my agency telling them everything. And if you do have a horrible family, please do this. Send it to your agency so that they know what actually goes on in the house, and maybe hopefully they will not be allowed to have an au pair. And now let's just shake it off. If you feel for me, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have anyone or know of anyone that is going through something similar, please send them this video and we can just all discuss our terrible au pair experiences in the comment section down below. If you want to click on that pretty little picture down there, it will take you straight back to our channel where you can watch every other video we've ever really done. And if you want to follow me on social media, everything will be in the description box down below. Other than that, I'm sorry for this rant. I just needed to get everything off my chest. But other than that, I will see you next Friday for another video. Bye. I have this thing for clothes with holes. I don't know what it is, and I know you're watching, so hi.